Once you retire, help your children learn these 4 lessons so you can truly rest in your later years. Retirement is often painted as a golden chapter, a time of peace, hobbies, and hard-earned freedom. And for many, it is. But truthfully, for a great many parents, the day they retire is the day a deeper concern settles into the heart. Will my children be truly independent? Can they navigate life without constant help? It's an old truth, deeply human. A parent never really stops worrying. There's a line from an old Irish proverb: "The son is a man's future. The daughter is a woman's mirror." We love our children deeply, but love doesn't mean constant rescue. Sometimes, the most loving act is to step back and let them learn. Retirement should not become the beginning of your second full-time job, worrying about whether your grown children are okay. Instead, if you help them master the basics of adulthood early on, your golden years will truly feel golden because peace comes when you know your children can stand on their own 2 feet. Below are 4 life lessons, often overlooked, often uncomfortable, that every retiree should gently, but firmly, guide their children through. They're simple, even mundane, but they shape not just your child's life, but 3 generations worth of peace. 1. Encourage your children to truly be independent. Let go, lovingly. Let's face it, once you retire, your income usually shifts. Maybe it's a pension, Social Security, savings, or a mix of all 3. But it's different now. You can't earn as you once did. And this means that pouring money into your grown children's lives out of habit or guilt can slowly drain your peace of mind. You don't need to be cold, but you do need to set boundaries. Stop sending them just a little something every week. Refrain from covering every shortfall. That well-meaning $200 Venmo transfer? That surprise grocery delivery? That repeated offer to cover rent or car repairs? They're not just kindnesses, they can quietly encourage dependence. Instead of handing them temporary help, help them develop lasting skills. Urge your child to take that adult learning course. Push them to develop a trade or pick up a side hustle. Support them in exploring new career paths, even if it's inconvenient at first. Here's a simple truth. Money given is spent. A skill learned is forever. You may want to help them financially, but ask yourself, are you helping or enabling? If they're home for the holidays and old enough to vote, they're old enough to wash the dishes. Ask them to help. Let them load the dishwasher. Let them sweep the porch. Don't jump up to do it first. Show them love by showing faith in their ability to handle responsibility. If you don't teach them independence now, they may come to expect your involvement in every future crisis: rent, jobs, relationships, even decisions about their own kids. Eventually, their mess becomes your burden. And that's not peace. That's quiet chaos. 2. Teach them to save, because an empty wallet creates a panic life. You'd be surprised how many people earning $6,000 a month are broke by the 3rd week. It's not the income, it's the mindset. Many young adults fall into the trap of instant gratification. Buy now, pay later. Subscribe to everything. Swipe the card, worry later. And soon, debt piles up. No savings. No cushion. Just anxiety. We live in a world where spending is easier than breathing. One-click checkouts. Flash sales, credit cards. But life has a way of throwing curveballs: layoffs, medical emergencies, breakups, accidents. If your children don't have even 3 months' worth of living expenses saved up, they are one unexpected incident away from panic. As a parent, you can't force them to save, but you can insist that they understand the value of it. Encourage them to build a habit. Save 10% of every paycheck, automatically, before anything else. Show them that it's not about wealth, it's about peace of mind. It may help to ask them to contribute monthly to household expenses if they're still living at home. Not because you need the money, but because they need the discipline. Some parents even collect rent, then secretly set it aside as savings for their child. That's one way. Another is simply teaching them to log expenses and track spending, a skill more valuable than most college degrees. When you retire, you want to know that if life hits them hard, they won't be calling you panicked and penniless. You want to rest, knowing they've learned to paddle their own canoe. 3. Teach them to understand and respect the idea of home. Let's be honest. Today's young people are often over-accommodated. Meals ordered with a tap. Dishes left for someone else. Laundry done at mom and dad's. No idea how to iron a shirt or bake a chicken. Too many 30-somethings don't know how to change a light bulb or write a check. If your child gets married someday and they can't cook or clean or manage a budget, those domestic apps become marriage strain. Small things, chores, bills, meals suddenly become big problems. And worse, some of these grown children return to the family home after divorce or failure, unable to function alone.
Why?
Because no one ever taught them. Let your child learn now. Start with the basics. Teach them to cook a few healthy meals. Teach them to manage laundry, tidy a living space, and fix a basic problem around the house. If they've never mopped a floor or scheduled a plumber, they're not ready to live alone. A child who learns to care for a home becomes an adult who builds one. And a child who understands that they're a part of the family unit, not just a guest, will carry that mindset into future generations. When your children see themselves as contributors to the household, not just recipients, they develop maturity. They understand that love isn't just hugs and birthday cards, it's sharing the load. That's the kind of child who, when you're older, will show up. Even if they don't have much money, they'll bring you soup, sweep your porch, and sit with you through the flu. That, my friend, is a blessing. 4. Raise them to be good people, because kindness is a life tool, not a personality trait. We often focus so much on grades, degrees, jobs, and marriages that we forget the most important thing. Is your child a decent human being? We've all seen the young, highly educated professional belittle the janitor. The corporate ladder climber who speaks to waitstaff like they're invisible. That coldness? That arrogance? That's not strength. That's a failure in upbringing. Success without character is a dangerous mix. Teach your children that kindness is not weakness. It is strength in its finest form. It's the only insurance we truly carry in this life. They don't need to be perfect, but they need to have a moral compass. Tell them, it's okay to fail. It's okay to fall. But it's never okay to be cruel. A kind child may stumble in life, but the world, so hungry for gentleness, will always make space for them. Show them that compassion isn't something you save for holidays. It's daily behavior. Say please. Tip generously. Respect people regardless of status. Kindness opens doors no degree ever could. Teach them that doing the right thing, especially when it's hard, is how real adults are made. When you raise a child who knows how to walk through life with empathy and decency, you've built your greatest legacy. And when you're in your 80s or 90s, it won't be their job title that brings you peace. It'll be the way they hold your hand in the hospital room and whisper, "I'm here, Mom. You raised me right." We cannot live our children's lives for them, but we can teach, model, and encourage. As parents, we've walked the hard road. We've paid the bills, weathered the losses, and stayed up at night wondering if we did enough. Let that hard-won wisdom serve them. Because when we push them, gently but firmly, to become capable, responsible, and kind adults, we don't just help them. We give ourselves the greatest retirement gift of all.
Peace.
May we all raise children who know how to live well. And may our final chapters be filled not with worry, but with quiet joy, watching the seeds we planted grow into strength, grace, and gratitude.